Who is Core 3 Vitality and who do you serve? Well, Core 3 Vitality is known as the elevated blood pressure correction company. And the people they serve is people who's got obviously elevated blood pressure and they want to get that back into a healthy range, but to do it naturally. So that's who we are. Our whole purpose is to bring back, belief, so that you believe in yourselves and you understand that there's more roots than just, what I had to go through. I'm a former stage 2 hypertension sufferer. I went to the doctors, he tried to push us on to prescribed meds. I understand that prescribed medications doesn't address the root cause of the issue, why you've got the elevated blood pressure. It only forces those numbers down, so it's never ever going to correct you, I've been down the route of, gimmicky supplements that are pushed out by marketing companies, simply don't work and all that type of stuff. So I understand that the level of trust is really low. My trust was really low, but as I say, I'm a former stage 2 hypertension sufferer, and I managed to cure myself in weeks. And what I'm wanting to do is to share all of that knowledge and my success story with you, so you can do exactly the same. So my role and pure focus is to install that belief back into you, so you believe that it's possible. So what is the Core 3 Vitality model? Well, the Core 3 is product, program and community support. So very briefly, the products simply work. Why? Because I'm a chartered mechanical engineer. I'm very process driven and I've engineered it to work. What does that mean? I've pulled together a team of the top US PhD biosciences experts. We've defined the goal, which is very clear. It needs to be, natural blood pressure support product. It simply needs to work, but not just words, it needs to work based on actual facts. So what we've done as a team is we identify all of the biological pathways that needs to be worked on to address that root cause of the issue. That's the problem, and then we look at all of the human clinical studies. These are studies that's already been done. So the results are already known. So, what is the ingredient for that biological pathway? And there's 4, by the way. And, what is the ingredient? What is the dosage? What were the results that were achieved? So, for example, reduced systolic blood pressure by 12 points, improved arterial elasticity, certain amount of energy increase, or whatever that may be. And then it's, these products are designed to target, the high level chronic issue. It's not individual ingredients, it's one complete product. So the chronic issue is elevated blood pressure, and it's designed through human clinical studies to go right to the core of that issue and to correct it at the root cause level. And then when you look at the other sides of the business, so the elevated blood pressure program, it's an online program where it teaches you everything about blood pressure. What is blood pressure? How do you measure it? Why does it escalate with age, and can you reverse it? The answer, is absolutely yes. What are prescribed medications? How do they work? What are the potential side effects? And how do you get around them? But much more importantly is, what are the core 7 lifestyle factors? So, breath, detox, exercise, diet, stress management, sleep, breath. All of these sorts of things can absolutely influence the results. Yourself, if you've been to the doctors and your blood pressure is 120/80, you go to the doctors and all of a sudden it shoots up to 160/100. What on earth happened, Well, you experience white coat syndrome. Your reaction, not response, your reaction to that, anxious situation. Your body tightened up, your blood pressure shot up. So you need to learn to manage all these sorts of things. So this is what's taught in the online BP Reset program. And then, what is the community support? Well, it's a Facebook community group. It's 62,000 members long. It's a private, safe space where you can ask questions, get support, share your wins, everything else. So that's the Core 3. That's the Core 3 difference. Products are the primary focus, and they've been designed, as I say, I'm a chartered mechanical engineer, they've been engineered to work by experts. It's a holistic product that targets the root cause at the top level. It's not these gimmicky individual ingredients, it's the top level. And then it's you can think of the program and the community support as your insurance policy. I can't guarantee nothing, but I can almost as good as guarantee you that this is the best possible chance, by using the Core 3 products designed to work, the program and the community group as your insurance policy to get you over that line, to get you into the healthy blood pressure territory. Hey, listen, I'm Scott Fleming. I'm the founder of Core 3 Vitality. I'm a former stage 2 hypertension sufferer. I've been through the whole story myself of, the prescribed medications, the letdown, the gimmicky supplements, the rock bottom trust, all of that sort of stuff. But I managed to cure myself in weeks, and I'm going to share that story with you and everything that you need to be able to get you over that line back to the healthy blood pressure territory. So please don't take my word for it. Click on the link, scroll down the page, go to the clinical study section. These are human clinical studies, and the one thing I want you to take away from this video, remember, there's the product, program and community. We're going to just talk about the product here. These are human clinical studies. They're addressing all of the biological pathways. There's actually 4, and from them studies, the ingredients, the dosage and the results you see. So for example, systolic blood pressure reduced 12 points, arterial elasticity improved a certain amount, energy improved a certain amount, whatever. The one thing I want you to take away is all of them ingredients from those human clinical studies which have already been verified to work, every single one of them, which means that a complete product to target that high level issue of elevated blood pressure, every single one of them ingredients finds the way inside of the Core 3 Vitality Heart Health Natural Blood Pressure Support product. This is why I can confidently state it's the product itself is the best in the world bar nothing. But the whole program itself, with the program and the community support, that's designed to get you over the edge, to give the encouragement, confidence, so you can get the belief back in yourself. You absolutely can correct yourself naturally, and I am here to support you along with that journey. Again, please don't take my word on it. Click on the link. I think you're going to be super excited and energized with what you have to see. Thank you very much now.